All right, my loves, it's now 4:04. This is part 2 on how they can ping your location to places that you are not at. So we're at the IP geolocation inaccuracy. Okay. So IP is your address, your internet provider address. Okay. Hold on, guys. So there's a page. I think there's something missing here. Because that's another thing. When I was printing all this out, these bastards kept fucking up my printer and kept interrupting the connection between my phone and my printer. And I got that on recording on video too. So, fuck you. So hackers will often grab your IP address using tools like IP logger and a hidden tracker that's built into an innocent, where's this piece at? Why is... Hold on, guys. Maybe I connected it to another... Alright, my loves. So, apparently in between them disconnecting my phone from the printer when I was printing these stuff out, because they watch me, these psychos. Alright, yeah. I had printed this, but it never came out, so I had to reprint it. So, the IP geolocation inaccuracy, which is what I was talking about. This is part 2 from the first video. So how it works is that hackers will grab your IP address using tools like IP logger, which is a hidden tracker that's built into an innocent looking link. This is why I tell you guys all the time, when you get emails or text messages or whatever, sometimes they literally will duplicate things. It could be from your bank, your phone card. They'll duplicate the page and make it look exactly like that. But you have to be aware. You have to make sure that, like, why is they sending me this? And you know, another way you can figure out if something's fake or not is, like, you know how in their Gmail, the profile little thing on the side, when you're at like on an actual site, like let's say Chase, for instance, let's say Chase emails you, oh, you have a breach secure, whatever, you'll see the logo of Chase on that little circle profile. If it's not there and it's just a gray blank with a profile silhouette of a human, then you know it's not good. So don't click on it. Okay. So this is what they do. They use the IP logger, and it's a hidden tracker that's built to look like an innocent link. Okay. And they run this through the IP through public databases. All right. So the illusion is that these databases only map your IP address to your internet service provider, with nearest central node, not your house. Okay, so like to the nearest tower or whatever. Okay, and the result is that they might ping you as being 20 to 50 miles away in a completely different city or town. Okay, so this is how they're able to put you in a location that you're not in. Okay, so there's another thing that's called deliberate GPS spoofing. Okay, he's attacking me because he has my phone hacked and he's pissed off that I'm doing this. But I don't give a fuck, because you're going to prison too. Sorry, guys. All right, so now, deliberate GPS spoofing. What is this? How does it work, right? So hackers who have a compromised device, like once they're in your device or a user is trying to trick hackers, they use specialized applications or developer tools to override the phone's hardware. Okay, so the illusion here is that these tools will feed you fake coordinates directly into the phone's core location or location services framework. Okay, what do they get out of this? What's the result? Any app or hacker attempting to query the phone's live GPS data is fed through these fake coordinates. So it'll make the phone appear to be in Iceland when you're really in New York. Or like I'm in Florida and they ping me to, like me, they got me pinged in California, Georgia, Texas, North Carolina, where else? Arizona, okay? New Mexico, okay? All right. So there's another thing that is called outdated database catching. And this is when devices often use Wi-Fi for positioning systems, so your phone scans nearby Wi-Fi routers, MAC. There goes another thing. Look at what these look. They knocked this out too. Where's the? Yep, it didn't print out that piece either. I am so sick and tired of these bastards. So they cut this piece out too, because they kept interrupting my printing, and I have proof of it because I recorded it while they were doing it. All right, y'all. So it's literally printing. All right, give me 1 second. I'm also doing these videos for the feds too, so that they're all watching me to help them with the investigation. All right, so outdating database caching. So this is how this works. Like I was saying, they the devices that they often use is Wi-Fi positioning systems, your WPS. Your phones will scan a nearby Wi-Fi router, okay? MAC addresses to guess where you are, okay? And I saw that in my phone, okay? Now, some of you could pick up on these devices like in your Wi-Fi Dropbox. So like when you turn on your Wi-Fi on your phone and it gives you the list of Wi-Fi's to connect through, sometimes these things will pop up there. Like it doesn't mean to, it shouldn't, because usually hackers are pretty good on trying to cover this up, but I've caught it. I've caught the devices that they're using, okay? All right? So the illusion is that, let's say your neighbor moves to a new state, right? And takes their router with them. And if you buy a used router that was registered in Chicago, the global positioning database will take weeks to update. Okay, so be careful too when you guys are buying router, whatever, for your things. Make sure that they're brand new. Make sure that they're not hacked. Don't ever buy a secondhand device from anybody or anywhere, because you just never know, okay? So the result is that when the device scans the router, the hacker or the system maps you back to the router's old home in Chicago. So hackers will do this too, so that if they're doing fraudulent things on your phone, if they're stealing your personal information or stuff, they can never be traced back to where they actually are, unless you're working with, you know, unless the feds, because the feds got the equipment for that. But a regular person would not be able to find them. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. So another way that they use, and this is something else that I stopped using because, like I said, all these anti-spyware thing apps, all this VPN, it's all bullshit. Especially if it's the government hacking you or somebody that's very tech savvy. Like some of us have demonic exes and little wannabe warlocks that pretend like they don't know shit about computers, but they're a fucking little IT hacker genius in the background, behind the scenes. Okay? So VPN and proxy manipulation. So this is how they work. So for those of you who don't know what VPN is, it's virtual private networks, okay? So they redirect your entire internet connection through a server in a different part of the world. A lot of people, like a lot of hackers, like from Nigeria, India, you know, from the foreign countries, this is how they do this sometimes, okay? The illusion is that the VPN completely masks your true IP address, okay? So it covers up your true IP address. So if the hacker pings your active connection while you use a VPN to set to London, the network replies that you are in London and you can be here in the States, you know? Okay, my loves. So that's how hackers are able to ping your location to places that you're not, to try to implicate you in crimes or, you know, manipulate whatever it is that they're doing, so they're not traced back to their actual current location. Okay? All right, so stay tuned for part 3. We're going to talk about how hackers use hotspots, even if you disabled it on Android. All right, bye. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to donate, the info is in the description box or on the top left-hand corner of the video. Bye.